check out their
It is Christmas Eve and I have my Christmas lo-fi music playing and I'm gonna start prepping for our Christmas Eve dinner. I should turn down my music. I am making a prime rib roast today and it's my first time making it, so hopefully it goes well. I'm also making a cheese fondue. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with the pot situation because I don't have a fondue pot. But we'll figure that out later. I'm also roasting some veggies, so I'm trying to keep it very simple. So I'm gonna start prepping.
This was my first time hosting my family for Christmas, so I really wanted to make sure everything went well. I chose to make the prime rib as the main dish because it seemed to be a fairly easy and reasonable priced option for a big group dinner. What I learned from my experience was that overly ambitious dinner would just lead to me not having the time to actually enjoy the dinner party myself. So the idea of leaving the ribs in the oven for a few hours until it was time to serve dinner sounded like a great idea. It's always so exciting to try to make something new. This prime rib roast recipe called for tons of shallots, garlic, thyme, sage, and bay leaves. I picked a level 4 pasteurized bone-in rib roast from Whole Foods. Season the prime rib generously with salt and pepper. In hindsight, I could use a little more seasoning here. Add a cup of water to the pan and roast for 45 minutes at 400 degrees. After 45 minutes, continue to roast the beef at 275 degrees for 2 hours and 15 minutes, adding more water as the juice runs out. Oddly, there were no juices in the roasting pan from the beef for me. I wonder if my prime ribs were too lean. While the prime rib was roasting, I made a simple spicy garlic green beans as a side dish. Simply boil the green beans for 3 minutes, saute some garlic, shallots, red pepper flakes with olive oil for 2 minutes, then mix in the drained green beans. As the guests started to arrive, I began making the cider cheese fondue. The recipe called for 3 kinds of cheese: Swiss, Gruyere, and sharp cheddar. First, combine dry hard cider with a little bit of hot pepper sauce and bring to simmer over medium heat. Toss the cheese with cornstarch and add to the cider a little bit at a time until fully melted. The flavor turned out great, but without a fondue pot, the cheese hardened before people could actually enjoy it with some toasted baguettes. I read that adding some white wine or lemon juice into the fondue can prevent it from hardening, so I'll definitely try that next time.
Just have to believe in the process.
Hey Google, how much time left?
We also made some cream corn and air crisp broccoli and potatoes. All of the sides were a hit.
Oh, my carrots are all too overcooked. Oopsie! 126.
126 still?
Was it earlier?
It was like 122 earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty much 126. Let me check.
Luckily, the prime ribs turned out fine. I was ready to order some pizzas if we had to. I would definitely choose fattier meats and prepare some horseradish next time. I also learned that gravy is actually not that easy to make. Overall, it was definitely good enough for the first time. Something that didn't cross my mind before was how I was going to cut the prime rib roast. It was a challenge cutting the prime ribs without the proper tools, so things got a little bit messy. But it was funny to see everyone giving their take on how to cut the prime ribs. It was a lot of fun trying new recipes and cooking for my family and friends. Thanks for watching this video. I hope it gave you some ideas for what you can prepare for your next dinner party.